Right now, the seas are quiet, the skies are empty, and our roads less traveled. But it's only a matter of time before the world starts moving again. And when it does, there is one source to count on for all your travel needs. We are Expedia Cruises, and we are more than just cruise vacations. Whether it's custom vacation packages, tours, all-inclusive resorts, or flights, hotels, and activities, we are here to plan, book, and safeguard every leg of your journey. Visit expediacruises.ca and we will help you secure your travel by phone, online, or at an Expedia Cruises location in your neighborhood, where you can get the advice you seek, no matter what your dream vacation might be, air, land, or sea. Expedia Cruises, air, land, and sea vacations.
Fantastic. Well, good evening and welcome to our exciting presentation tonight on Celebrity Cruises. My name is Sean Friesen. That's my lovely wife there, a franchise partner with Expedia Cruises. We have been in business since 2007. We have stores in Thunder Bay, Sudbury, Woodstock, Sault Ste. Marie, Windsor, soon to be North Bay, and plans for Chatham and Sarnia. So we like to cover the North and Southwestern Ontario. That's our key places. We love travel. We love selling travel. We love cruising. And the last 14 months have been excruciating because we've been stuck at home and we haven't been able to go anywhere, but we're really close to being able to go away again. Prime Minister Trudeau said today, hopefully by summertime, we will be able to fly outside of Canada. So we're getting really closer. My team, 190 consultants from Kenora to North Bay and Windsor to Toronto. We have cruised a combined 1,500 times. We've cruised to all 7 continents. We have cruised everywhere that a cruise ship goes. And so we bring our knowledge, we bring our 5,000 passengers per year that we book on cruises. We're going to make your trip better. And so we're just really looking forward to getting you back out there. The next slide, please, Maxine. This is some of my team. We are passionate travelers. And just a tip, suppliers will never sell to you direct for less than they let the travel agents sell for. And we are Canada's largest cruise retailer. We have group space on literally thousands of celebrity sailings. So we have probably got a great price on the cruise that you want to take. And I think my last picture is just there's my team. We love what we do. We want to help you travel the world. We want to help you fulfill your dreams, create memories. And really during the last 14 months when we haven't been able to travel, once we get back, let's go, let's discover the world. Let's not take travel for granted and get out there. So with that, I want to introduce our good friend, Maxine from Celebrity. We really love selling Celebrity. It's a great partner. And we just really wanted Maxine to talk about her product, especially for those of you with future cruise credits. Because if you've got a future cruise credit, there is a lot of you and you've all got to book and sail by a certain date. And so we want to have the best choice, the best availability, and that's getting those cashed in as soon as possible. So Maxine, take it away and tell us all the great, exciting news that you have.
Thank you so much, Sean. I am thrilled to be here with all of you. Sean and his entire team, they are the savvy, smart planners, and they know how to put on a show. The timing is perfect. I have a lot of updates to share with you tonight, and I have some secret announcements that you're going to be the first to hear about as well. So stay tuned, lots to discuss. I will be talking about our Healthy at Sea updates, our progress to getting back into cruising. I wanted to share some of our onboard experience with you. I know there are some of you on this event tonight that have never cruised before, and there's a lot of you who have not cruised with Celebrity yet either. So great to know about the onboard experience. I do have the unveiling and reveal of a brand new ship to share with you tonight, Celebrity Beyond. And then I want to go through and start dreaming about those worldwide destinations. I do have some prizes to give away tonight, and there's a Q&A box. So all of you are muted, you're not on camera, don't worry about that, but there is a Q&A box, and if there are any questions as we go through, please feel free to type them into the Q&A box, and we will review that. We can answer them live here tonight, or of course, your consultant, your travel advisor can follow up as well. So lots to do and see. I am so excited, and as Sean said, it really is the start of something great. And as long as we have been on hold and locked down, a whole new world is awaiting, and it's going to be for the better, whether it's our safety protocol or new ports or the value of travel and tourism that it brings to the destinations around the world. We can't wait to be a part of that experience with you. And we truly know that cruising can be the safest vacation on the planet. And that remains our number one priority, is to ensure that it's a healthy return to service. So we have spent all of this downtime. It might seem like downtime outside of the cruise industry, but we have been working really hard behind the scenes to ensure that our primary goal continues to be the healthy return to service for our guests, our crew, and the communities we visit. They are so eager and so excited, and they've been working very closely with us, whether it's the port authorities, the government relations, the different global shore excursion companies that we work with. We want to make sure that we're doing it the right way. So I know you have many questions, and we do have a lot of answers, but we don't have all of the answers. And the one most important thing to remember is that a lot of the protocol are temporary. So I can distinguish between a temporary protocol or procedure to a long-term improvement. So when it comes to our first initial return to service, we've already announced 3 ships that are going to be sailing, like Sean said, starting in 1 month's time. So we do know that for those particular sailings up until October of this year, you must be fully vaccinated in order to cruise. We are in the midst of vaccinating all of our crew. We're taking on that responsibility with the pre-cruise quarantine, the vaccination on board, the quarantine on board, the immense rigorous training that they're going through, all doing so in balcony guest cabins, since we're not sailing with passengers just yet. So when it comes to our passengers on board, those initial sailings, it is required that you are fully vaccinated. It is required to come with a negative PCR test, and it is required to also take the rapid antigen test at embarkation. And we also do another rapid antigen test at debarkation before going home. So we do understand that us Canadians aren't necessarily able to sail with us this summer until we're fully vaccinated. But what this really gives us the ability to do is get started with those who can safely sail with us. It is primarily our U.S. guests that are doing so, but then the rest of the onboard experience and the protocol and procedures can really be shown. It's that proof of concept. We've always had the highest cleaning and sanitization standards in the entire world. There's no other sector of the travel industry that has as rigorous the sanitization and cleaning standards as cruising. There's a really great study. We've worked very diligently in the last month to partner or a completely independent study that they offered to do. It was the University of Nebraska that did a full study of our air filtration systems on board through our heat and ventilation and air conditioning systems. It has been proven that it's 100% fresh filtered air, and there's some really great information and a great informational video that you can find online about all of that. So we have built new medical facilities on board all of our ships. We have the ability to do testing on board our ships, and we're still working out the details about are masks going to be necessary on board if everyone is fully vaccinated and coming with negative tests? And will you be able to go ashore on your own or through a celebrity shore excursion? So those are the details that are still pending. And again, those will, of course, only be temporary procedures, regardless of which way it goes. So there's lots of details in this regard, and we just know that it really provides a unique bubble, if you will, with all of our crew being vaccinated, and just the sheer nature of cruising, the fact that the crew don't go home at the end of the night, they're not intermingling with the rest of a community. It really is this unique bubble environment that we can create that is the safest place on the planet. So with that being said, we do have a lot of updates. You know, we've always, for the last 14 months, we've been thinking someday, oh, we can't wait. But now we have officially announced the restart of 3 of our ships. The Celebrity Millennium is going to be sailing round trip St. Martin in the Caribbean, and that is just 1 month from now, June 5th. So I've had the pleasure of seeing all of the progress of repositioning the ship, picking up provisions, picking up crew, vaccinated the crew, training the crew, everything to get ready for this. And so 2 different 7-night sailings, round trip St. Martin. That is sailing until August at this time, because again, these are just temporary or short-term seasons until we can get back into our regular rotation. So the Millennium is going to be doing round trip St. Martin until she repositions back to Fort Lauderdale. And then the Apex, we announced that she is going to be sailing the Greek islands and the Mediterranean. Round trip Greece, with the first sailing being June 19th, you're going to see a variety of 6 nights, 7 nights, or 8-night sailings to the Greek islands, Israel, and Cyprus as well. So again, just a short season. This is June through October until we do the transatlantic and get her back to the Caribbean for her regularly scheduled program. Then the Silhouette is restarting, first sailing July 3rd, and that will home port in Southampton. But just like us Canadians, the UK is closed to international travel, so this ship is actually quite unique. It will only be available to the UK residents for that time until the UK opens up. So again, fully vaccinated, full health and safety protocols on board, but a really great step forward to give us confidence in sailing safely. So Celebrity Cruises is all about transforming the idea of cruise. So whether you have sailed before or not, be prepared to be amazed at how spectacular Celebrity delivers not only a vacation experience, but an adventure, an exploration, an immersive experience around the world. So just as a summary, we have 14 ships. Those 14 ships, there's the Edge series. It's describing the class of ship and how they were designed, the size of the ship. And I'll show you a little bit more about that. So we have the Edge series, the Solstice series, the Millennium series, and we do have a fleet of ships, 3 very small ships that sail in the Galapagos Islands. So when you're on one of these ships, you then have decisions to make in terms of these stateroom accommodations that you're selecting. We have what is called the Retreat, and the Retreat is an all-inclusive, all-exclusive category of our suites. And so I'll tell you a little bit about the Retreat. We also have a very unique exclusive category called Aqua Class, which is our spa-inspired staterooms. Our Concierge Class gives you extra amenities. And then the majority of the ship is all balconies. You can see in the background there, all balcony staterooms. They're private veranda access, and then a small amount of ocean view staterooms at the front of the ship, and interior staterooms, so in the inside of the ship with no natural light. We do have that category as well. So here is that beautiful fleet. So you can see there are 4 in that medium-sized category, about 2,200 passengers on board. That's our Millennium Series. Then the Solstice Series in the middle, we built 5 of those, and they are slightly larger, but still not that mega ship category. You're going to see these as 2,800 passengers on board. And what makes these very, very special is they're the only ships in the world that has real fresh grass on the top deck of the ship. Then we get into the latest ship design that we have. It's our Edge series. And we continue to grow the ship larger, yet still have the same amount of guest capacity. So all of the additional space is all public areas. So what's special about Celebrity is you don't feel crowded at any given moment. The ease of getting on and off the ship, different dining venues, theaters, entertainment, bars, restaurants, there's just so much. It's all about the public space. So these have a capacity of 2,900 passengers. And really, truly, the only ship we've experienced thus far is the Celebrity Edge, the first of the fleet, because the second, Celebrity Apex, was supposed to debut last April, and we haven't done that yet. So while we have been paused for an entire year, we still built the third ship. So we are in a very unique opportunity to debut 2 ships, essentially, when we get back into service. So the third ship in the fleet is Celebrity Beyond, and tonight you are going to set eyes on the unveiling of Celebrity Beyond, and she sets sail this time next year. And we have already cut the steel for the 4th ship, and that will be debuting in 2023. So nice medium-sized ships, but with all the variety of enjoyment on board. So I wanted to start with the Retreat because this is what is most popular right now. After being held down and unable to travel for over a year, possibly even longer, people want to experience the best of the best. You want to go further, you want to do more, see more, and live. It's no longer about a bucket list. It's not about putting anything off. It's about right now. So our Retreat experience is all of our suite accommodations. You can see how fabulous those are. And then there's extra amenities and exclusive offerings with the Retreat. So we have what's called the Retreat Sun Deck. So when you book into a suite category, you have access to this private area. It has pool, hot tub, cabanas, day beds, and full service. So the Retreat attendants, there's beverages, there's snacks. It's all complimentary, all included at the Sun Deck. Then you also have access to this fabulous Retreat Lounge. And the lounge is open 24 hours a day. It has a designated concierge team inside. So if you're booking, you want train tickets or schedules or bookings for the next day in port, whatever the case may be, global newspapers, there's gourmet bites, complimentary beverages, and exclusive cocktail parties that can be had here as well. So you're booking into any of our suite categories, you get the Sun Deck, the lounge, and the dining access. So when you're booked into the Retreat, you have a private dining room called Lumine, and that's available for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, has an exclusive menu, and even a signature menu curated by Danielle Bouloud, a world-renowned 3 Michelin star chef who curated a very special menu just for this restaurant on board. So we're thrilled, and you will be too. And as I mentioned, the majority of our ship is balcony staterooms. So if you're not in the Retreat, you have concierge class, aqua class, or our infinite verandas to choose from. Wonderful amount of square footage. Having that balcony access is fantastic to be able to see the sunsets, the sunrise, hear the ocean, feel the breeze, all of that good stuff. And so what it is about the Celebrity onboard experience is how fantastic the design of the ship truly is. It's the attention to detail that's truly going to blow you away. From all of the bars, the restaurants, the shops, the ship front to back is just filled with beautiful outdoor spaces and indoor spaces. take a look at what the evening entertainment has in store for you. This is one of the most high-tech theaters at sea, where you're seeing digital screens, all sorts of different lighting, technology, and 4K projection, and we will have a different show every single evening of your cruise. I was mentioning how on our solstice class, very unique, you're looking at real fresh grass on the top deck of the ship. So wonderful areas to lounge and relax. An outdoor movie screen is on all of our ships as well. So every ship has a different look and feel that really makes it unique and of its own. So without further ado, I do want to share with you the latest in our fleet. I hope you're ready to go beyond, because even though this ship is in the same series as the Edge, we really did push the envelope of innovation. So welcome to the Beyond. Let's take a look with this video. Oh, sorry. Isn't it fantastic? Hope you enjoyed that, and you're starting to dream and realize that this is coming sooner than you think, for the fact that Celebrity Beyond sets sail next spring. So she'll start in the Mediterranean. We'll start in Southampton and then the Mediterranean. But can you imagine yourself here? Sean and I were talking, this is our new favorite place on board at the back of the ship, beautiful panorama vistas. This is the Sunset Bar, and just below it is the buffet area of the Ocean View Cafe.
Sign me
So
up.
here
I
you
can't wait.
have, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's going to be a spectacular place to sit, watch the sun go down, have a drink. I mean, I can't wait to get aboard this ship. There are so many amazing things, and our customers are going to just love this. So can't wait. Sorry to barge in, but I was so excited. I just had to give my 2 cents there. So
I couldn't agree more. When I first set my eyes on this design, because they're very smart, they don't tell us in advance, because I couldn't hold a secret like this. So I just saw the ship for the first time last week myself, and my jaw, I started drooling, not only because I miss cruising so much, but because this really changes everything, changes the way you vacation and the way you see the world. So speaking of the world, first voyage, if you wanted to be the very, very first, that's a 10-night sailing out of Southampton on April 27th of 2022. And then she will do Rome, cruises out of Rome, cruises out of Barcelona, typically 9- and 10-night Mediterranean. We're going to be doing overnights in La Spezia for the first time ever. La Spezia is a cruise port on the west coast of Italy that opens the gateway to Cinque Terre and to Florence, to Pisa. It's a wonderful place. So doing an overnight there means you get 2 full days to explore and the wonderful magic of an evening in Italy. And we have late night stays in Santorini, which is world-renowned to have the most spectacular sunsets in the world. So wonderful itineraries for the Mediterranean next summer on Celebrity Beyond. And then a transatlantic across to finally make her maiden voyage in the Caribbean. The transatlantic actually is going to finish in New York, in the Cape Bayonne or Cape Liberty area of Bayonne, New Jersey, and then a one-time cruise from Bayonne to Fort Lauderdale to do 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean cruises. So that'll be the winter of 22 into 23. And 2 phenomenal holiday sailings, one over Christmas, one over New Year's as well. So there's that transatlantic. It should actually be in between Europe and Caribbean, but the transatlantic in the spring of 23 is coming shortly as well. So I wanted to give you as much information as possible. So this is all of the sailings for the Mediterranean season. So you can see that first 10-night sailing out of Southampton, going to France, Portugal, Spain as well, and it's a one-way from Southampton to Barcelona. Then you're going to see many popular itineraries from Barcelona to Rome, a Barcelona round trip, Rome to Barcelona, all throughout, moving from Western Mediterranean into the most fantastic Greek Isles and Malta cruises you're seeing on the bottom row. Olympia, Mykonos, Santorini, Rhodes, Athens. That's 5 different places in the Greek Isles, all in one cruise. So you're going to reach out to your Expedia Team Friesen consultant. They have exclusive rates. Believe it or not, you can already save a lot of money, especially by booking early. So great opportunities into the fall and finishing off with that transatlantic. So 12 nights, that's really nice for a transatlantic. Barcelona, Cartagena, 2 sea days to the Azores, 5 sea days to Bermuda, and 1 sea day to New Jersey. So wonderful itinerary. So that is opening soon, and you can be one of the first to book that. Then for the Caribbean season, there you can see the very first sailing, 9 nights from New Jersey through Bermuda, stopping in Curacao and Aruba to finally make her way to Fort Lauderdale. We have 1 5-night cruise, then jumping right into those 7-night Eastern and Western itineraries, those 2 holiday sailings. That's magical. After cooking for myself for a year, I am going to be away for the holidays. Someone else can cook for me. Let's make it special. Some really unique itineraries: Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Tortola, and the British Virgin Islands, or ring in a good New Year's. New Year's, this is going to be fantastic. So I'm getting excited. I hope you're getting excited as well. But we have a whole world out there. So Celebrity Beyond is definitely a part of the family now. We're very excited, but we have 14 other ships that do sail around the world. And this is the time to really start planning. We really get a better view of what the rest of this year looks like, but we're open all of 2022 and into 2023. So next summer, got to start planning. Next winter, got to start planning. So let's take a trip around the world. We already know the Caribbean is most popular. We have the most amount of ships there. So I think it's going to be 7 ships now with the introduction of Celebrity Beyond. We sail out of Tampa. We sail out of Fort Lauderdale. And in the winter of 22 to 23, we will be sailing again out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. So lots of itineraries to choose from. In fact, something very, very unique and very exclusive, you can actually do a Panama Canal partial transit in a round-trip Caribbean cruise. So out of, I believe it would be Tampa, or you know what, for the next season, it is round-trip Fort Lauderdale. So really easy for us to get there. Round-trip Fort Lauderdale on Celebrity Edge, you're going to be able to get into the Panama Canal, see the locks, go to Gatun Lake, we turn around and we come back out and we visit some other ports in the Caribbean as well. We do have the full Panama Canal transits as well, which go from California to Florida on the Celebrity Millennium. So lots of things to choose from, but I wanted to showcase something very special for this coming January, February, March, and April. There is limited inventory because we've been selling these cruises for nearly 2 years now, but Expedia, your team friesen has exclusive rates. You can actually save up to $885 per person because they have exclusive rates compared to what you would see online or from anyone else. So imagine a balcony for just over $1,200 per person. That is Canadian, 7-night cruise with your drinks, your tips, your Wi-Fi included. There's phenomenal rates, not only on the Reflection. I was seeing phenomenal savings on Celebrity Apex. That is also a brand new ship. The difference between your Expedia price and the Celebrity price is over $1,600 a person. So you can get some really great deals. Please do talk to your Expedia agent, and they have all of the latest. So that's this winter or next winter, and in between, let's talk a little bit about the summer adventures. So of course there's Europe, and we can really divide this into 4 different regions. Northern Europe, wildly popular from Southampton or Amsterdam. You're going to Scandinavia with the overnight in Russia, the Baltic, all of the Norwegian fjords, and Iceland, the British Isles, and UK and Ireland as well. We do have a very special cruise next summer that includes Greenland with the Iceland sailing, so that is also magnificent. Then down in the Mediterranean, of course, you have the Western Mediterranean out of Barcelona. We sail out of Rome. And we can go all the way to the Eastern Mediterranean. We have phenomenal cruises to Israel, Cyprus, the Greek islands. So there's some really unique cruises in the fall time. And Greece really is very special to us. You might know Celebrity Cruises has Greek origin. Most of our captains and officers still to this day are Greek. So returning to Greece is always magnificent, always magical, and we have spectacular itineraries there. Then moving on to Alaska, this is something where we weren't able to sail Alaska in 2020. We're not very sure if we're going to be able to sail in 2021. And so being able to sail in 2022 is really important. If you want to do that, you want to book soon because this is going to be wildly popular. Inventory is very limited already. So we have 3 ships that sail Alaska next summer, one out of Vancouver, one out of Seattle, and one that's a one-way cruise in between Seward, Alaska and Vancouver, either northbound or southbound. Alaska is truly majestic. To be able to sail and get a perspective of these magnificent glaciers, from the top deck of the ship is spectacular. We visit the Cadillac of glaciers. Hubbard Glacier is the largest freshwater tidal glacier in North America. And so if you're wanting to go to Hubbard, you're going to sail round-trip Vancouver on the Eclipse or that one-way cruise on the Millennium between Vancouver and Seward. If you are sailing the one-way cruise, the best part about that, starting or ending in Alaska allows you to go inland and do a tour by motor coach or by rail car. We do a phenomenal program. It's called the Cruise Tour. We use all local lodging. Every single one of our tours has a motor coach experience. Well, they all have motor coach experiences with your own designated tour director, but every single one also has at least one segment on the Wilderness Express on the Alaska Rail Line. So packages, the whole tour can be up to 13 nights. You'd have a 7-night cruise and up to a 6-night land extension as well. So if you're looking for Alaska, that is certainly the place to go. Now, finishing off our world tour with some exotics, we have some phenomenal destinations. Asia is on our beautiful celebrity solstice. Australia, New Zealand, the South Pacific, Bora Bora, Tahiti, Fiji. Does that sound appealing to you? You'd be sailing on the Celebrity Eclipse. And South America is on the Celebrity Infinity. So taking a look at some of these exotic destinations, it is very special to do it by cruise because it's the most comfortable way to see this part of the world. You don't have to pack and unpack and transfer. You unpack once and you wake up in these magical places every day. So this particular sailing is very special. Vietnam, Thailand. We do also have cruises to the Philippines as well. So really adventurous there. And another thing we're very well known for is our Japan cruises. We do full circumnavigation Tokyo round trip. This time of year would actually be wonderful for the cherry blossom season. We do this with our South Korea ports of call as well. In Australia, we home port in Sydney and we home port in Auckland, New Zealand. So we do a lot of New Zealand cruises. We also have Sydney up to the Great Barrier Reef. We go down to Tasmania and Hobart there. So there's some wonderful itineraries. If you are a wine lover, the wine region tours here, adventures, the fjords of the southern end of New Zealand on the South Island is absolutely spectacular. And as I mentioned, from Auckland or from Sydney, you can actually get to Fiji, Vanuatu, New Caledonia, that South Pacific region. And on our one-way cruise in between Hawaii and this region, you can get over to French Polynesia, where we do Bora Bora and Tahiti with some phenomenal itineraries there. So it's actually an 18-night sailing leaving from Sydney to Honolulu that stops in this region, and then about a 10 or 11-night sailing from Honolulu to Vancouver. So the Trans-Pacific is broken up into 2 exotic itineraries through Hawaii. Last but not least, South America. What's interesting here is the ship is coming from Europe. So it is a very unique cruise that starts in Portugal and ends in Brazil. And once she gets down to South America, she spends her time going around the Horn from Argentina to Chile. So you're seeing Patagonia, you're seeing the Chilean fjords, you're going around Cape Horn where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans meet. And we have 4 Antarctica cruises. So that is all of January and all of February. You're going to find Argentina round trip going all the way down to the channels, the bays, the straits, and Elephant Island. It's all the scenic cruising of Antarctica, plus stops in Montevideo, Uruguay, and some wonderful Falkland Islands. Port Stanley in Falkland Islands is the best place to get up close and personal with the penguins down there. So wonderful adventures await you no matter where you're going. And I did want to spend a little special time in a very special part of the world, the Galapagos Islands. If you're not familiar, it's off the coast of Ecuador. They are officially Ecuadorian, but they really protect themselves and have their own way of living as well. It's a fully protected, the Galapagos National Park is absolutely fantastic. And we have been sailing there for nearly 15 years now. We were the first cruise experience in the Galapagos Islands, and we play a major part of their entire industry to protect the area and all of our stewardship experiences and responsibilities. So we just built a new ship to service this area. It's the first ship ever to be designed exclusively to cater to the Galapagos Islands. So from the ease of that hydraulic platform at the back of the ship to get on and off the Zodiacs, it's all about adventure. It's all about authentic engagement with the animals and the hiking. It is spectacular. And so what I have to announce today that isn't public until tomorrow is we are officially getting back to the Galapagos because it really, truly is still fully inhabited. So we have the unique opportunity to bring fully vaccinated guests to the Galapagos, where we're the only ones ashore, and really get to experience Galapagos in a unique way. So we are restarting our cruises in the Galapagos. The first sailing is July 4th, and it already existed. So a lot of the guests have already been booked. We've only canceled all of our sailings through June. So we're really excited that we get back to sailing Galapagos July 4th. So for all of you who have bookings on Galapagos, you were really hoping that this was going to be the case. So we're very excited about that. Galapagos being such small ships, you have a ship that's 100 passengers, a ship that's 48 passengers, and a ship that's 16 passengers. Very, very small expedition cruising. That's why we are open for 2022 and all of 2023 into December, because that's something that you plan ahead, you book in advance, because it's very, very limited in terms of the suites and staterooms on board those ships. So if you have any questions about the Galapagos, you are definitely going to want to talk to your Expedia experts. So that concludes our worldwide tour. I want to finish tonight with just a reminder that when you sail with Celebrity, your drinks, your Wi-Fi, and your tips are always included. So that's super easy to remember no matter which sailing you're on, which category you're booking in. You always have unlimited drinks, so that's your alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, your unlimited Wi-Fi, stay connected, don't stay connected. It's the freedom of having it. And, of course, all of your service tips. You don't have to worry about tipping anybody. They're well taken care of, and that is included in your cruise as well. Your Expedia experts actually have the ability to add more: premium beverage package, onboard credits, upgrades to the Wi-Fi, all sorts of different things. So be sure to talk to your advisor about elevating your cruise or indulging during your cruise, because you can have up to $800 onboard credit at your fingertips. So great opportunities. If you are booking into the retreat, remember all of our suite categories, you automatically get the premium beverage package, the tips, the streaming Wi-Fi, and that hefty onboard credit. So that's already included with your suite. Just one more thing that makes it all included and exclusive. So imagine you're on a 10-night sailing with $400 onboard credit per person. That is a great opportunity. It pays for the suite itself because it's a very nominal difference between our verandas, into concierge class, into aqua class, into the retreat, plus all of that access, the private lounge, the private dining, the private sun deck. That's the kind of experience you're looking to have for sure. So I'll finish this off with a big thank you to Expedia Cruises, and I wanted to add a little something special, a little something extra. So not only do you always get your drinks, Wi-Fi, and tips included, and I already mentioned how Expedia can save you huge, up to $1,600 a person compared to some of these prevailing rates, I want to add a bonus $100 onboard credit to any booking for you exclusively watching right now, and that's a 2-week window from today. So a really exciting opportunity for you to get extras through Expedia Cruises. So Sean, thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank
let's
you.
Let's do a few questions, and then we will get into some prizes that I have for you, and then we can do more questions.
Sounds great. Do you want to read the questions, or do you want me to read the questions?
You can read a couple of your favorites.
Okay, I have a question. Debbie wants to know what kind of security measures are in place to verify the validity of proof of vaccination documents. There's a black market online for counterfeit vaccine cards. What is Celebrity doing to try to prevent the use of these?
Great question. Yes, and you know, it's a lot, but we have determined that it is the government issued vaccine card that we're using at this time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is a concern, and I think that if there are people that want to cheat the system, you know, shame on them, and just, you know, get your vaccine and travel. And anyways, okay. A comment here. This ship is ridiculously insane in the best way. So thank you, Leanne. There's some great back-to-back possibilities here. So especially for the Caribbean, you could sail the Eastern Caribbean followed by a Western, so a back-to-back. So thank you for that. Somebody's wondering, are there discounts for Royal Caribbean Inc. shareholders?
Yeah, great. I don't know if we have any shareholder benefits at this time, but it is something that you would be able to see. I don't know if we have anything right now. We do have Captain's Club, so I think if you're a shareholder, you very well could be a Captain's Club member as well. So yeah, that would be a good opportunity.
Yeah, certainly something that we can check into as well. Client is booked on a Mediterranean cruise out of Venice next May. Will they be able to sail from Venice?
So I did hear that Venice, the port, it depends on which ship they were already booked on. If they were booked on Constellation or Infinity, the port might need to change. If they would have booked on Constellation or Infinity. Those are the only two ships in Venice. So the port might need to change on that, but we can still sail out of that area.
Yeah, they are, the stuff that I've seen and read, they are going to work on a spot down in the industrial shipping port on the mainland. Then they'll run shuttles into Venice, but there's certainly nothing definite there yet. The locals are fighting with the federal government there, so stay tuned. And somebody wants to know when you get off at port, will you be tested when you get back on the ship?
That's not currently part of our protocol for these initial sailings, but at the same time, we haven't officially laid out our ashore protocol for these first sailings.
Right.
So we still need to find out what the protocol will be when you get off the ship, but I don't believe testing will be part of that.
Yeah, plus I think that protocols and the rules will change from, you know, Q3 to Q4 to hopefully 2022. We're fairly back to normal by then too, but it's just going to depend on the conditions too. So great questions, everybody, and that's what we have for questions right now.
I do see one other about the length of sailings on Beyond, and what we have for the inaugural season won't change, but your travel advisor would be able to give you the full schedule. So for the Caribbean season, it starts with the 8-night and then the 5 nights, and the 7 nights, and it goes back up to 8 nights for the holiday sailings. But the classic cruise is the 7-night cruise on the Beyond. We obviously have longer sailings on our other ships in the Caribbean, and we have longer sailings in the Mediterranean on Beyond.
Right.
So what you could do the transatlantic on Beyond, and then do the long 8-night cruise as well. You can do back-to-backs to make them longer, that's for sure.
Yeah, plus I think that we are still waiting for the final guidance on North American restarts for July, August, and September. So right now, the guidance for non-vaccinated ships was no cruises longer than 7 days. But if like everybody's going to be vaccinated, there's a whole new class of rules being crafted for that too. So stay tuned. Lots to come still.
Excellent. Great. Well, I do have a few prizes to give away. And there was one more question about Expedia's exclusive pricing, and it is on virtually every sailing on every ship. I did feature a few of them, like the Reflection and the Apex, but you have phenomenal pricing on hundreds upon hundreds of staterooms across our itinerary. So
absolutely,
lots of things to talk to your agents about.
For sure.
So I have 2 prizes.
Okay.
I have a Celebrity Cruises gift package that will be mailed to the winner. And so the winner for that, if I can get a drum roll, please, it's Evelyn. Is it Evelyn Armstrong? I want to double check if you're here. Evelyn Armstrong is the winner of the Celebrity Cruises gift.
Congratulations.
And I have another prize. This one can be used on any Celebrity Cruise, a new booking that you might be making. This is a $500 Celebrity Cruises voucher.
Wow. And it's Sean Friesen. Oh, no, sorry.
And Sean Friesen chooses to give it to Maxine.
Nice.
The winner of the $500 Celebrity Cruises voucher, let's just make sure you are in attendance. It's been selected as Marlene Lindsay is the winner.
Nice.
And
Congratulations. Nice.
So congratulations to all of you. Everyone is a winner today because you're all getting $100 onboard credits on any of those new bookings you're looking at. All of our offers are applicable, even if you're using a future cruise certificate. So, Sean, thank you so much for having me tonight.
Well, thank you, Maxine. It is always a pleasure. And, you know, the closer that we get to the restart, the more exciting that it gets. My suitcases are ready for me to put clothes back in them. My passport has been so lonely. It's been crying every night. We are ready to restart. And so when the time is right, and really booking now is so important because Celebrity literally has probably tens and hundreds of thousands of future cruise credits waiting to be redeemed. They have to sail by September of 22. So you don't want to wait too long to book these because there'll be lots of people. And the Americans, they're about 3 months ahead of us. So they're booking like crazy right now because they can actually travel. And so do not delay, talk to us. We want to get you the best availability, the best pricing. And this is going to be super exciting to get back on a plane and to travel again. So reach out to your consultant. Should you be brand new to dealing with us, we would love to match you up to a cruise specialist. There's our toll-free number. There's our contact stuff. So reach out. We'd love to help you. Thank you, Maxine, and have a great night, everybody. Thank you.